In this channel, we try to get better prepared. For that, we need to understand what's happening, the context. But also, it's about anticipating for the things that are heading our way. Guys, as always, welcome to the Modern Survival channel. We've been talking about the economy, we've been talking about politics, about war, conflict, and so many other things. But we also need to talk about stuff like this. As always, if you enjoy the content of the channel, subscribe. You will have the button somewhere there also at the end of the video. If you think it was worth your time, you have my books as well, which I strongly recommend. Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. You have the Spanish and French version for some of these as well in the links there below. So what am I talking about? Well, earthquakes. Where are these happening? Well, in a number of places, but in terms of Europe, I was just watching something where they're anticipating some strong earthquakes in Portugal and in Spain. Now, let's watch this and then comments as we go on.
Regulation since the 60s, but seismic
são os sítios onde todos se devem dirigir.
Portugal has an anti-seismic construction regulation since the 60s, but here in Lisbon the construction is prior to this period, and therefore the degree of preparation to withstand an earthquake is unknown. Roberto, in Spain you also felt an earthquake. What is the scenario there?
Well, Joanna, Spain is touched by the seismic activity in the Lisbon area, where the big earthquake of 1755 impacted Huelva and Cádiz. If that fault ruptures again, it will impact the peninsula. In any case, experts are waiting for an earthquake of 7 magnitude to strike Spain at any moment.
Tenemos fallas capaces de generar magnitudes hasta de 6,5.
7. I mean, I'm no expert, but I know that it's not proportional. It's not like 3 is a little bit worse, depending, you know, on the scale you're using. But the most popular is not directly proportional. It's not that, okay, 4 is going to be a little bit worse than 3, and 5 is going to be a little bit, no. It is like 5, it's going to be a lot worse than 4. And 6, it's going to be much, much worse. And 7, as far as I know, it's very close to the, you know, almost complete destruction of everything standing, or at the very least, very, very bad. 7 is serious. 6, 7 means that you will see many buildings collapse. Now, the more modern the construction is, the less likely it is that they will fall. But keep in mind, many of these buildings in Portugal and in Spain, they're hundreds. There's even thousands of years old buildings. Now, you may also say, well, if it's been standing for 1,000 years or 2,000 years, you know, it may be fine. Yeah, but keep in mind that in the context of geological movement, 1,000 years is nothing, right? You may end up seeing something that makes these things collapse, even though they've been there for hundreds of years. There's been churches in Italy that have collapsed after standing there for almost 1,000 years or more. So it is not just a matter of, oh, it's just old. And then you have old construction in urban settings that are maybe not up to code, and those are the kind of things that when you see an earthquake like this, you may see them go down. Now, you have to be honest here about how likely it is for something like this to happen, which is, it is possible. How bad will it be? Well, here you have, this is in the coast of Spain, this is in the coast of Portugal. Here, I was not as much aware that you had a movement here, and that's pretty, yeah, that's red. Now, of course, Italy is very seismic, high activity. Not, yeah, Greece even more so. Man, Greece is, and here, well, this is all because you have this contact between the African plate, you know, the tectonic plate of Africa and the Eurasia. Yeah, there is Eurasia plate having that contact point all along there. But this is just the way these things go. The Ring of Fire here with New Zealand. They're all very complicated in this part. And of course, this large fault line going all along the continent, the American continent, from one tip to the other. That's pretty crazy. I've actually been there in that little Tierra del Fuego, Ushuaia, end of the world place. Very cool place to visit if you get the chance. A little bit up, you have the glaciers, which are awesome. Anyway, Chile is usually hit hard, man. Chile is like screwed in terms of, Chile is basically sinking a few inches each year, and the movement is something you just have to learn to live with in Chile. Chile will always be one of those places in which, yeah, every now and Every moment you're expecting another big one. It's not, no, they're not waiting for the big one. They've already had big ones, and there's going to be more big ones to come. And kind of the same thing with California and the coast here in the United States. Waiting for more big ones, and there's going to be, you just know it's going to happen. And that's what preparedness is all about. Preparedness is about understanding that these things not only are likely to happen, they will happen. Will it happen in your lifetime? Will it happen tomorrow, next year, in 100? You just don't know. But you have to be prepared, because you're not standing somewhere where, I'll never see that, right? You're freaking middle of US or middle of Brazil or Argentina, whatever it is. No, you're in a place where these things, this is a known fact. It will happen. When will it happen? That's the only thing you don't know. But in terms of preparedness, you have to accept things for what they are and take the necessary precautions and get prepared. Guys, if you think your time was worth it with this video, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe. You have the books as well, Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse, in the links there below in Amazon. See you on the next one. Take care.